Well, they say good things come to those who wait, and that is exactly what happened for people waiting for a sports card restock this week from Target.com. Later in the morning than I ever remember it happening. But 2021 Optic Football finally dropped, and pretty much everybody that was here watching Target.com this morning, albeit a little late, was able to score some sports cards. So let's get right into the calendar here and show you exactly what dropped. The initial backload of products not happening all the way until 4:54 Pacific time this morning. 40 or so minutes later than it usually happens. It happens anywhere from like 4:05 to 4:15 usually in the morning. But Target really deked us out, making everybody wait, but loading products on the back end at 4:54 Pacific time. Then finally at 5:16, Mosaic basketball megas in stock. Those actually in stock for probably a good 20 to 30 minutes. People were grabbing those along with the next item that came up in stock 4 minutes later at 5:20 a.m. Prism basketball blasters. I know a ton of people want their hands on these because there are a lot of good pulls coming out of them. Lots of great chances at autos and case hits, 75th anniversary retail parallels. Those were in stock for a good 20-25 minutes as well. And then finally at 5:25, the product we've all been waiting for a good month or so, 2021 Optic Football Blasters arriving on Target.com. It was so awesome finally getting our hands on some Optic Football Blasters, and actually those still in stock as of the taping of this video. So definitely a lot of Optic Football retail already on the shelves. This was definitely one of the weirder restocks in recent memory, if not one of the weirdest Target restocks ever. Not only did they make us wait an extra hour, and I know I've been saying Target is going to change it up. I expected them to change days of the week up. They shifted from Tuesday to Wednesday, but I was surprised that they made everybody wait pretty much an hour longer than they normally do to restock sports cards. Interested to see if that is going to be the time going forward, or if it was just a one-off and we're going to go back to seeing products backloading here in a week or two when Target restocks again at like 4:05, 4:10, 4:15 Pacific time. A nice surprise, Mosaic basketball mega boxes able to be bought this morning. A ton of people scoring those like their max at 3. I think almost everybody in the chat was able to grab those. They were in stock for 20 to 25 minutes, and it's always nice to see a product that hasn't been in stock for a few months just pop up randomly. Target really does seem to be putting protections in place, canceling a lot of orders. There were people that used a nice trick that we're able to get a couple of extra orders or double up an order, but I think Target really has gone through to try and stop bots from just grabbing, a ton of boxes and sending them to like 4 different variations of the same address. That seems to be not happening as much, but I will say, there are still bots out there grabbing products. I'm not going to come on and say, oh, you know what? The bots aren't grabbing anything and the manual users are grabbing everything. That's obviously not true, but there was a lot of success that manual users were able to have this morning, and I would expect that people are going to be after Optic Blasters for a while. So it was nice that everybody in the chat was able to grab them early. And one big thing, I think that we can officially say this now, red card exclusives are dead. I do not think Target's going to be doing premium releases as red card exclusives anymore and forcing people to grab Target's currency pretty much to buy those. However, I still recommend you grab a Target debit card if you can. Their red cards give you 5% off and you get points back if you buy a couple of restocks worth of boxes on Target.com. Essentially, you can use those points and pay for a whole blaster box or two. So it really is a nice thing to have. I would recommend everybody still sign up. That 5% off of all your sports card purchases really does add up in the long run. Going forward, I would expect to see a ton more Optic retail the next time Target restocks, as well as some Prism basketball retail. Still waiting on some Chronicles football megas as well. Stoked to rip those on the channel. And Select football coming out at the end of the month, as well as another current year basketball release. We've got so many cards coming up here in the next 2 to 4 weeks, and that means that the retail scene is going to be hot. More Optic, more Prism basketball, more 2022 basketball. It's going to be loaded going into the fall. Not only a busy football season, but a busy sports card season as well, coming up here soon on Target.com. And make sure you check out my free Discord. I appreciate y'all. We have the same community in there that's there during the live streams, just chatting all week, helping each other out, exchanging info on what cards restock around the country and when. Also, make sure you check out Drip. Use my link down in the description to get 15 bucks off of your first purchase of $20 or more if you download the app using that link. I'll be back bright and early next week, hoping for a restock, but it does seem that Target really has gone to this every other week schedule.